Good morning, South Summit. Welcome. My name is Inés Oliveira, and I'm the head of partnerships at Wayra Spain. And I'm here to tell you the 10 years or 11 years of learnings that we had of how we did open innovation at Telefónica and how we build Wayra. So, if you are considering to set up an open innovation unit, or if you have already one at your organization, I hope you like this content, and I welcome you to sit down and come with me to have a look on these learnings. The first question that you should have in your mind is, why do I need to have an open innovation unit if I have already an internal innovation unit? So the reason is that you need to be stimulated and disrupted by different startups, by different companies, and be stimulated by the competition. And that is why in 2000, the median age of Standard & Poor's in 2000 was 85 years old. 10 years later, we had the median age of 33 years old. We do not have the latest numbers of the listed companies, but we do know that the average age is much recent, and we have younger and younger startups and companies listed at Standard & Poor's, and we need to be stimulated by the others and be disruptive. So either you innovate or you'll not survive. So companies should, and organizations should redefine their role. And that's why we created Wayra in 2011, an open innovation hub of Telefónica, a telecommunication company, which, by the way, next year will be 100 years old. And we decided to combine internal innovation with the work with startups, investment, and business development. I'm sure that you know already our track record. We have years of experience, presence in 14 markets, 7 Wayra hubs, more than 1,000 invested companies, and more than 500 active startups. But the truth is, the running until here was not easy. You can imagine having an open innovation unit in a corporate is not easy at all. And we had a lot of frustrations, but we do also have a lot of happiness and a lot of learnings that we want to share with you today. So come with me and let's have a look to the first learning. Your open innovation organization should be CEO driven. What does this mean? This should be proposed and designed by the top management team. This was exactly what happened in 2011 when we launched Wayra. This gentleman here, José María Álvarez Payete, at the time he was the president of Telefónica Latin America, and right now is the president of Telefónica. He was the one who had the vision of implementing an open innovation unit. He was the one who needed to influence the different management teams, to coordinate all the teams, establish the operations, and coordinate all the countries to have this as a reality. The same mindset had our partner Hotelbeds. Hotelbeds is a travel tech company leader in bed bank. Nicholas Haas, the CEO of Hotelbeds, was very clear on that. He wanted to be present in the very first beginning, and he wanted to be present in the most important activities in order to look for the best B2B travel tech startups and to be disrupted by them. Second learning, involve all the business units. It's true that it is important to have a top-down strategy, but it is also true that you should have a bottom-up strategy, and you should involve all the business units around you. At Telefónica, we knew that we needed to create a dedicated open innovation unit, but we also knew that we needed to spread the innovation word across the different business units. And that's why, during the years that we have worked with Telefónica and with our colleagues, we were able to manage the famous digital transformation or the cultural change that is so famous to heard of. Here you may find some photos of our activities that we do with our colleagues from Telefónica. When we are presenting demos of our startups to our colleagues, when we are discussing investment opportunities with other VCs in front of our colleagues, and even when we are thinking about the future of a specific technology with our strategy colleagues. Everyone should be involved, even your colleagues from finance or even your colleagues from HR. The same vision had our partner Desigual with Awesome Lab, the open innovation hub of Desigual. Apart from looking for the best startups in the fashion industry and attracted to Desigual, they had a very clear vision of creating a community of employees that could change and have a digital transformation at their organization. They had a community of 25 employees from different business units that every week they receive different content from mentorship, meetups with other startups, meetups with other investors, and they can spread the word of innovation and they can be the ambassadors of Awesome Lab at their organization. Third learning, get to know your buyer startup. Analyze your preferred startup maturity stage. What does this mean? What do you prefer? Pre-seed, seed, growth, scale-up? It's true that throughout these years, at Telefónica, at Wara, we were able to show you today the graph of these different maturity stages that has a full coverage of different maturity stages. But it is also true that we define different strategies for each investment or initiative that we were looking for, with different investment tickets, with direct invest to startups, or even investing directly in funds, or even organizing and establishing a proper fund in collaboration with other organizations, which is the case of Vivo Ventures in Brazil. The same mindset of covering different maturity stages had our partner Fundación Valencia Port, OpenTop, the open innovation hub of the port industry of the Valencia port. They wanted to be closer to the innovation at the very beginning, so that's why they asked us for our help in order to launch a hackathon. But they were also looking for having different maturity stages, having a personalized program dedicated in incubation, acceleration, piloting, and funding. I'm not saying that it is important to have a full coverage. I'm just saying that it's important to have a specific program, personalized program for the preferred maturity stage that you want to work with. Fourth learning, focus on your industry. You are already the leader of your market. You know very well your market. So that's important for your organization. So an open innovation hub that is verticalized, it has a better, stronger value proposition. At Wara, we knew the core strengths at Telefónica. And that's why we invest right now in all these different fields. And this was also very clear to our partner, Zona Franca de Cádiz, in the south of Spain, a public partner that wanted to set up a reference in Spain of a blue tech hub. So it's a hub just focused on the blue tech sector, and we are giving to these startups a verticalized mentorship in blue tech. Right now, we have already more than 40 startups that have been in our program in Cádiz. Fifth learning, set clear goals to your business. What is your main objective? Is it PR? Do you want to invest on the startups and have a financial return on it? Or do you want to do business with the startups and convert it into digital products at your organization? At Telefónica and Wara, we had years of experience, that's true, and that's why we are very proud to show you today these numbers. The way that we do in our investment thesis is that we invest if we have a fit with Telefónica. This means that we can either use the startup as we are the client of the startup as an internal use, that's what we say, or external use when we resell and we are a distribution channel for our startup. These allow us today to have more than 330 startups have worked with Telefónica and more than 450 million euros contracts generated with startups and Telefónica. This was also important for our partner Desigual when he was looking for startups that could make the life easier for their designers. And that's how we found out Fermat, this startup here that you can find. This startup is a Canva tool that uses AI and increases the process of creativity and production for the creators that are using the design moments at Desigual. Sixth, learning. Use your network. Open innovation is open by its definition. So you have a strong value proposition if you work with your stakeholders and take advantage of them. That's why our positioning at Telefónica was very important to reduce the time to market to our partners, since the positioning that we have right now at the ecosystem. And this was exactly what happened and what they asked us. BNDES is a Brazilian development bank, our Brazilian partner, and asked us to foster the entrepreneurship across the country. So they were looking for mentorship programs and having like this networking effect. So in 2020, we were able to accelerate more than 40 startups, and last year we accelerated 58 startups. In total, we generated more than 240 interactions between startups, foundations, government, and corporates. So networking here was super important. Seventh, open your tech assets. Technology is very important. Business development is what the startups are looking for, but they are also looking for technical validation. So if you have technology, open it to your startups. That's what we did with the Wire Activation Program. We opened our technology to our startups in these different fields: IoT, blockchain, carrier billing, living apps, 5G, open gateway. We give them easy access, and we also give them expert support. That's what the startups are looking for. This specific mindset had our partner General Electric Healthcare in the UK. They were looking forward to have a verticalized program, a startup verticalized program in AI using their platform, the Edison platform. So they are looking for use cases of startups that could use the platform as use cases. And from now, we have more than 600 applications, 13 startups got on board, and 12 of them had a commercial pilot with the Edison platform. Eighth, learning, international DNA. Successful startups are global startups. Successful open innovation units are global open innovation units. So if you have already the footprint of your organization, take advantage of it. If you don't have it, use the footprint that you have with your stakeholders or choose a partner to look for it. This is the footprint of Wayra, taking advantage of Telefónica's footprint. And this was exactly what happened with our partner AstraZeneca. They had it already, digital hubs across the world, which they call the Catalyst Network. And that's why they were looking for startups in the healthcare industry, especially in Spain, and that's why we worked with them. And we are still looking for partnerships in Wayra ISPAM as well. So international by DNA. Right to play. This is important. If you know your market, you have a track record, you know how to play, and you can play it. It's true that we are very lucky today to show you today these numbers after 1,000 investments and show you the Hall of Fame that we can share with you today at this South Summit. This was important for us to have this right to play, and literally our partner was also very important in this case, Sport Boost. And literally here's right to play. We were looking forward to co-invest in the best tech and sports startups in this industry. And we gave to our startups an exclusive meeting with Iker Casillas and Chema Alonso to discuss the future of technology and to discuss the future of sports tech. This is the right to play. And we are now proud to say that we have invested in 2 startups together. And finally, and this is the most important one, have fun. This is amazing working with startups. You know, I've been working at Wayra for almost 9 years now, and I've never stopped laughing and smiling with my colleagues, with my team, with my projects, and with my partners. And we have never stopped have fun with our partners. These are all the partners that had fun with us, and I hope if you want to have fun in the future as well, you come to see us and we can have this journey together. And remember one thing, this is not an easy journey, so it's important to have the skin in the game. Thank you so much.